Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's TayTay baby, and today I got a collab. I'm super excited, y'all. I have a special guest right now named Drew Story. I'm so excited because I don't know any of the questions. I don't know what's going on. So please be sure to comment, share, like, and all that good stuff. And I'll read your comments, y'all, when we're done with stuff. I want to make sure that we're giving him the time that he deserves and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and welcome our special guest. What's up, man? How are you?
What's up? Can everybody hear me?
I'll let you know. You'll probably see the comments coming up right now.
You can hear me, right?
I can hear you. How you doing today,
All
man?
right. Yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Feeling good.
All right. I see you got your workout in.
Yep, of course, always.
Got to stay healthy. I like that.
Yep. All right, so you want to get started? I know you got some questions prepared for us and stuff like that, so I want to hear what this is going to be about. I'm excited. I'm real excited.
Yeah. No, okay. So before I ask these questions, I just want to give a little insight that I've been a fan of you since like 2021, right? So I've
Wow,
been
thank
watching
you.
I've been watching all your content, and I was really interested in it. It's not a lot of women that was advocating for men and everything like that. And obviously in 2021, I was in a different spot in my life. So I came across your video, and I was just like, wow, this girl has some really good talking points. She makes a lot of sense, and it really drew my attention to you. So that's why I always said, as soon as I seen you, I was like, I got to do a collab with her. I got to pick her brain. I got to see what she all about. So
Oh, thank
I,
you.
I just want to go ahead and start off with these questions. You ready? I'm just basically going to be coming at you. You ready?
Go ahead, go ahead. I'm ready. I've been
All right.
ready.
All right. So first question. It's a really simple one. What do you think dating will look like 5 to 10 years from now, in your opinion?
I think it's going to be way worse than it is now. I think there's going to be more of a division, less people having babies, and I really think that the rate of people getting married is going to be even worse. It's going to increase even more because people don't even want to deal with each other now. And I always say this: people don't know this, but there's more virgin men than there was ever before.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
so
just
it's gonna be way different. I'm kind of scared for that. Let's pray to God I'm married by then. Whoo, don't
right.
scare me now.
All right. So a little bit more elaboration on that. So do you think there's anything that anybody can do to possibly change that? And if it is, I mean, what do you think that would look like?
Honestly, I think people would have to have their own perspective, and I think people got to stop having that scarcity mindset. And please don't go to social media for your. There's nothing wrong with following social media creators and listening to advice, but don't let it skew your perception and make you think that every man and woman is bad. Because I do believe there are some great people. I've met them before, So yeah, ooh, it's
Right.
scary.
Yeah, it is scary, So nobody really talks about these things, and when you think about it, it's kind of scares you. All
Yeah,
right, so I'm gonna move
definitely.
on. I'm gonna move on
Go
to the
ahead. Go
next
ahead.
question. All right, here's the next question: Is the internet is it the internet's fault or the man's fault for the creation of the modern day woman? Did you understand that?
Oh, I understand. I want to talk about this. These are some good questions because, okay, a lot of people don't like this, but I like Andrew Tate. And one of the things Andrew Tate said that he said a lot of the times we can blame men to a certain extent for why women are the way that they are because
Right.
men also allow women to be a certain way, disrespect them, do certain things. They also marry the wrong women, divorces at a high rate.
Mhm.
I don't particularly just only blame men. I do blame social media a lot more because we all know that women don't like to listen to people. They listen to social media more. So I feel like it goes half and half. And then Charleston White, I know you guys don't like him, but he also said this too. He said that a lot of the times men back then, when women didn't have rights, they would abuse women, be mean to them, all that stuff. And obviously, those women that got hurt are going to tell their daughters and granddaughters to be careful for men. And now look what it started doing now. So I think it had a domino effect on the world. So I think it's 50-50, but I'm not going to say it's just only men because women play a part in this as well, too. It all takes two to tango.
Right. And my little perspective on it would be that I had to ask that question because I always sit there. I'm not even gonna lie to you. A few years ago, I did kind of move towards that whole red pill thing, but then when I found out it kind of can be a little poisoning depending on who gives the
Mm-hmm.
content, I had to sit there and think like, okay, I can't just blame women. You got to think about it when people are buying a product. I mean, somebody's always gonna have a buyer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Of course.
if right. So if we can blame the women about how they behave and how they're acting in this uppity mindset, there's somebody giving them that ammo. So I had to slow down and recognize, like, okay, we can't just blame women. Just like you said, it takes two. So that's just my
Yeah.
whole perspective on that. So I'm going to move on to the next question.
I agree with that fully.
Yeah. So okay. So in your own opinion, what is the definition of a zesty man?
Oh, they're going to crucify me.
I mean, that's what we here for, man. You keep it raw and rugged. You got to.
I'm dead.
We got it. That's why I like following you because you keep it raw.
Yeah.
So at all times we got to keep it raw.
Okay, I don't think the definition of zesty, the way women use it, is valid. Like a man drinking margaritas, he's zesty. A lemon drop, he's zesty. That's so dumb. A man
Right.
could go on a vacation and have a drink. I'm sorry, man. If you ain't got no pee pee in your butt, that's the only way you're zesty. If you an actual man dating another dude, that's zesty to me. Maybe your mannerisms, maybe the way you wear certain things. You wearing a G string, I mean, you zesty.
Yeah.
You wearing makeup, you zesty. So other than that, that's the only time I think a man zesty. I always
Right.
thought zesty and sassy was a girl term, not for boys. Like people
Right.
always call me sassy because I'm a girl. We get all spicy and stuff, but I don't know. The new definition of things are crazy, but unless you're into men, I don't think you're zesty at all.
All right. So my take on it would be: do you feel like um a guy that's like that likes to correct women? Would you consider that some form of zesty? Like,
No.
okay, so like correcting them. I mean, is there like any like is there any like exceptions to the rule? Is like is it can he correct too aggressively? Can he be very like straightforward with it? Because a lot of the it's used so much that the lines get blurred between a
Hmm.
zesty man because he wants to defend himself, he wants to have an opinion, he wants to correct. So that line
Mm.
gets blurred a lot between oh, he's just zesty. I seen a video the other day where a woman was trying to make a point. It kind of came off as narcissistic to me, but she said, "What happened to back in the day when men just shut up and just let us talk?" And I'm just like, well, yeah, that looking back at it now, it's a little different these days. And a lot of men are starting to correct more and give their insight and their opinion.
Mm.
And I just
Ooh.
think that women are using that it's more like I don't know, what's the best way to, gaslighting. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Gaslighting. So it's like, oh, by default, you're zesty if you correct me. So,
Okay. That's
that,
a
yeah,
really
that,
good This is a really good question. I really like this a lot because no one's ever asked me this. Look, men are allowed to correct what they want, but I personally think that men should just correct the women in their family and people in
mhm,
their lives. I would never, like, I do social media, man, and I have like a big mouth, but I would never go out of my way to go up to a man and be like, you shouldn't you don't do that because that's not my
right,
place as a woman. So I feel like maybe that's the reason why women say that, because men are getting too opinionated. There's nothing
yeah,
wrong with having an opinion. You just got to know when to draw back. But again, I feel like men already naturally have that, the protectiveness and the wanting to not control things but tell you how to do things because you're men. I think men see things for what they are, and us as women, we like to jump into the fire and then see later and then wonder
yeah,
why, and guys will tell you if they see that. So I don't think that's zesty at all, but I just think, again, draw back from certain women because look, no women even wants to listen to a man nowadays. So I feel like men telling women, they're wasting their breath. Tell a
yeah.
woman who actually cares about your opinion and loves men. If they don't love men or care about men, don't waste your time. I'm telling you, these women don't give a damn. They're awful now.
Right, absolutely, man. I'm sorry. For a little bit, I can't believe that I'm actually talking to you. It feel like I'm just watching your content. It's
No,
crazy.
you good, you
It's
good.
it's crazy, man. Like I'm sorry. I'm having a moment.
No, you good. Go ahead. It's all
Okay.
fine.
So yeah, I'm going to move on to the next question. All right. So if men today are lacking leadership, does that mean by default we should look to women for guidance?
Ooh. Can I be honest? I think
Yeah.
that men have a lot to offer, and I believe that women have a lot to offer. Like, there's some women who don't know things in the household, and men might know that because they grew up with a good mother. Then you
Yeah.
might meet women like me who grew up with fathers and men in their life. So I know about like leading and stuff. Not that I want to lead, but I know that. Again, I think it takes a good person who wants to teach you without belittling. I don't think every man's
Right.
capable of leading, just like every woman's not capable of being a wife. That's a bomb
Right.
ass question. I'm
Yeah.
gonna clip this and I'm putting this on my Instagram. I like this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
now these are
Yeah. Yeah.
good.
And I'm sorry. I was going to ask you towards the end of the video, like, are you going to like put this up? Because I would love to see this ran back.
Oh no, you're gonna be all over my platforms. I
Oh
like
yeah.
this.
Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. So let's move on to the next question. All right. So if certain women are aware of men's struggle with lust, you follow me? Do
Oh,
you think it's still justified to still post thirst traps? If women are aware of okay, so I've seen a lot lately where women will, give their opinion online about how, oh, I don't want an overly lustful man. Men are too lustful these days. All men think about is sex. But most of their content and photos is
his
thirst
titties.
traps. Right. And back to what you said, people can do whatever they want. You can't correct everybody.
Facts.
But it goes back to the whole thing like, well, are you a part of the problem? Are you not part of the problem? If you say you don't
Mm,
want an overly lustful man, but all you giving him is the image, I mean, we're visual creatures.
yes.
So if you only giving him the image that pertains to sexual content, are you helping the problem or are you part of the problem?
Oh man, this is a really good question. Women versus accountability is that's all
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
say. I really do believe that, of course, women need to pay attention to what they post and what they do. You know
yeah.
what
Right.
I mean? If you don't want your man gawking at certain things, you better make sure you're not the type of girl to have your G string out. I just made a video where I was talking about this. I don't understand the point of posting certain bikini photos, but you're
Yeah,
turned around with your butt showing, but you get mad at your man for following a girl that, has creamy specials and she's a stripper on her damn thing. But what's the
right,
difference from you posting something sexual and men gawking at you? You don't
right,
have to post those things, but you choose to. I think the only women who can have a big mouth about men being lustful are the very conservative women. I think
right.
when you're not conservative at all and you're over here showing your butt, like we can see everything. I seen a girl, she was dancing around and you could see her nipple piercings. What
Yeah,
for? It's all see through. And then her comments were just filled with guys saying nasty stuff. I think
right.
they kind of like it though. I'm not going to lie. Any type of views or any type of traction and attention, they're going to like it regardless. They're not going to care if it's good or bad, but then complain about men being nasty.
Yeah,
Hypocritical.
and it's funny you bring that up about back to the part where you said that the people that should have a voice about it is the conservative
Mm-hmm.
women, right? I barely see conservative women talking about it. It's usually the ones that's showing all the skin. And it's like that's the contradiction. And then I start believing like I think you guys like the attention. I just think y'all think it's cool to just say it in the moment.
Yeah, and you know what I
Mhm.
also think too? I think those women, like strippers and all them, you got to remember they're on high alert. They always have the perverted men looking at them. That's why they talk about it so much because they're around lustful men, but they put themselves in those type of situations, which I don't understand. Conservative women, 9 times out of 10 are married or have a man and they don't post that, so they don't experience that stuff. You ever notice, man, how I never complain about men doing certain things because my
Yeah,
DMs are not flooded with disgusting stuff all the time. Don't get me wrong, I have it every now and then, but I have a
yeah.
lot of people in my DMs or even in my comment section, people actually saying really good things. So again,
Mhm.
I think it's the way you portray yourself online is the type of stuff you're going to get in return.
No doubt. Still landing these, man. I love it. All right, so we're gonna move on. So okay, so next question, where we at? All right, so women only talk crazy to men because 911 exists.
Oh,
True, true or false?
I agree. And I also think that women don't give a fuck. I think they know that they're not going to get in trouble. Once women learn how much leverage they have, I feel like they overdo things. Like I watched a video of a girl hitting herself with a hammer, pretending a
Mhm.
guy was hitting her while her homegirl was recording and laughing.
Wow.
Now, I've never seen a man do that. I'm not saying
Yeah.
men don't do that, but I've never seen a man do that because I think we all know what would happen. He's gonna get in trouble regardless.
Right.
That's insane. That's a good question. I like that. That's a good
Yeah,
question.
yeah, and I'm a very observant person, and I've paid attention to how nobody really paid attention to, but I just now started paying attention to how we do things in America versus like other countries.
Yes.
I don't know if you heard about that a while ago. Some girls went on vacation, and I think they went to Dubai, and she was supposedly bad mouthing somebody over there, and because she was bad mouthing them, she got put in jail. A
Oop.
man. She was
They
bad
don't play
mouthing a
that.
Yeah, she was bad mouthing a man, and she got put in jail. Now, I'm not advocating for, oh, we should just make women our slaves. Y'all should just shut up and talk only on command. I'm
Of
not
course.
advocating for that. But looking at the difference between how we do things in America versus over there, I do feel like the large scale of freedoms that we have gives the opportunity for people to abuse those luxuries, mainly starting with women. I mean, men, I look at both spectrums, but I
Yeah.
feel like these days, specifically, women have too much power. Nobody talks about that, but I can clearly see women, y'all have a lot of power right now. Like, y'all are
Yeah.
extremely powerful right now. And a lot of people don't take that into consideration. They just look at it like it's just, normal. It's the norm. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to pick your brain on that and understand that I hear a lot of stories about women putting their hands on their boyfriends and trashing people's belongings and all that stuff, and we can't do anything about it. They just continue to keep with that behavior because nothing's done about it. So
Sheesh.
I just wanted to know your opinion on that. 911 exists. That's why.
That is a really good topic because I do believe that a lot of women get away with a lot of stuff. I keep telling everybody this that there's going to be a day where the government stops a lot of things and people are going to realize how much we got away with. Because
Mhm.
I don't know, I kept seeing a lot of things that they say that supposedly Trump later down the line was going to ban, like pornography. I can't say the word. And I'm
Mhm.
like, dude, if they do something like that and you can't show your skin and do stuff, you're going to really understand how much leverage we really had. And people, oh, we don't get this, we don't get that. Other
Right.
women in countries don't even get to talk crap about men the way you guys do online. They wouldn't get to say, oh, I hate a man, he can't do nothing. Call a man a bitch in a
Right.
different country. I'm not saying you should. I don't want violence and stuff, but I'm just saying there's other women that don't have that. And now it's sad. I can see why we used to have so many rules back then, because look at what happens when we give people leverage. And that goes for men and women. They just want to go and take the whole arm. See, look what you
Right.
guys are doing,
Yeah.
ruining our rights. Thank you.
Right. Right. Yeah. Good point. All right. So we're gonna move on. So now, okay. So ugly women get
Ooh,
more attention than ugly men. Agree or disagree?
agree.
Agree.
Yeah, because they still have the kitty meow meow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yes, I agree.
And,
Unless
and
the ugly man has money, that's the only time he's going to get attention.
right. And some, just to elaborate, just a few things. What do you see on a day in and day out basis? The the scale of ugly women to ugly men ratio. Is there like, what type of things do you see versus them being different from the ugly men? Do you see a lot more opportunities versus the ugly
Mm.
man? The things you have saw, I mean, you've seen. I just wanted you to elaborate on that.
Ooh, so I have I think this is gonna be controversial because I work at FedEx, and I'm just gonna say it. There's a lot of good looking men at my job. And then
Mhm.
even the guys who are like maybe five, sixes, I don't like rating people, but that are in the lower scale, their
Yeah,
personalities are so good that they're still good looking people. I see so many beautiful women that are fucking bitches. I'm sorry. They're
mhm.
evil. They think they're the hottest thing on earth, and they have the worst personality. And I also work with women sometimes who are just mean, and that
Right,
makes them ugly. So in my eyes, I can't say that women are better looking than men, only because, like I said, we have enhancements, makeup, all this extra stuff. Like, I'm wearing makeup now, so I'm not trying to be a hypocrite, but we can make ourselves look hotter by doing a lot of things. Men don't get that. So to call a man ugly in his natural state, but you're not ugly with makeup on and stuff, it's crazy. I do
right.
like, well, that's a bomb question. You have some good ones. Hold up now.
Yeah, yeah. No,
These got you
you
thinking,
know,
you know?
yeah. You said what now?
These got you thinking. I like
Oh
these.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, but to add to that, it's just I've always thought about that question because I see a lot of videos, multiple videos of women trying to make these think pieces about like, uh, there's more ugly men in the world. Like mostly, like it's a lot more ugly men in the world than it is ugly women. And I don't know. Honestly, I kind of would agree with that.
You
But
think there's more ugly men in the world?
yeah, I do believe that because look at it like this. It's very rare. You don't see 10 good looking guys, you know what I'm saying, in a
Mm.
row. You don't. You just don't. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like also, but the reason why women go so crazy when they finally do see attractive man, it's because it's not a lot of attractive men. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Ooh,
I,
okay.
I feel like I can point out, I can see, like if I walk outside, I probably see about 10 to 15 attractive girls. I see them
Oh,
all the
okay,
time.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? But the ratio to good looking men, it's not really the same. It don't match up. And I think that's why women go so crazy when they finally do see an attractive man because they don't see it a lot. It's not a lot. I don't know if that makes sense
Mm.
to you,
No,
but
it does make perfect sense. Also, too, I'm in Vegas, so I feel like a lot of people out here are real flashy and good looking. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Just like how they say Miami has a lot of good looking people. I think it varies on where you're at. Like I said, I work at FedEx, and most of the guys at my job, I'm not even lying to you, they're good looking. I would say
right.
nines and tens in my eyes. I never worked at a place so wow.
Right, right. I mean,
My
yeah, maybe your experience is pretty different. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. No, nobody care about this damn place. But you
I'm
know what I'm saying?
dead.
So, we don't even get talked about. So, maybe your experience really is different. And I could have swore I did hear somebody over talking that, they were naming off the places where there's like a lot of good looking
Oh
men.
yeah, okay, but I do like
And
this though
I'm
because I
pretty
want to
sure
hear.
like
Yeah,
California, Vegas, that was one of them. Florida,
yes,
shit like
yes,
that. So, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, so
yes.
that's a good answer. But yeah, let's move on.
Go ahead.
All right, so does that's crazy. Does looks matter?
Yes, looks do matter. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If looks didn't matter, everybody would be cuffed up right now. Looks do matter
Right.
and they play a big part. And I think people are getting pickier because of social media.
Right. Do they matter
Yes.
to you?
Yes, they do. They matter.
Okay.
They matter to
All
me. It's not the number one thing on my list, but it's definitely top three. If I had to
right.
choose like top three things, for sure. For
Right. I used
sure.
to I used to believe that narrative. Oh, looks don't matter. But then
No,
my
it does.
mom, my my mom said one thing, and my mom is one of the most honest women you'll probably ever come across. So
Love it.
it's just one thing she said that made me think like that makes a lot of sense. She said, "Yeah, I mean." looks may not matter to certain people, but you also you want to wake up in the morning and turn over and not want to see no fucking booger wolf in your bed, bro. Like
Yeah.
you want to be able to look at your partner.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I mean, I guess I took that with a grain of salt. I'm like, man, that's just her
Yeah.
perspective.
And can I tell you something too? A
Yeah.
lot of women, I seen this post on Reddit, which I'm going to start showing you guys these things. There was a lot of girls, like I'm talking about thousands of women that are saying the reason why they don't fuck their husband is because they're not attracted to him. He's just good with
Mhm.
money. So you see, me personally, I don't want to end up getting with somebody based off of desperation or because he pays for my stuff and later down the line I'm looking at somebody I'm not attracted to. That's why a lot of people end up cheating. So I'm
Right.
sorry, I highly suggest getting with somebody you're attracted to.
Right. So I guess the common thing with just how to settle this is if looks matter to you, go for looks, I guess, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Do what's
if they
good for
matter to
you in
you.
your
Yeah, yeah,
life.
yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's move on.
Go ahead.
All right, so all right. Light skinned niggas are out of style. Agree or disagree?
Hell no, that's my favorite. Ain't no way. There ain't no way. That's like my number one. I love dark skin, but
Really?
light skin's number one for me. Yes.
What? Yo,
It's
you know
always
what?
been that. Light skin, tatted, colored eyes. Ah, that's
Wow. You know
always been
what?
my favorite. What?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, maybe this can go to the location that I'm at.
Who
I've
said
been
that? Did they say that to you?
what man? I've been hearing it very like fluke like a lot lately. Like the women here, especially, they would be like, "I don't like light skins. I don't like light skins. I don't like light skins. I like my dark skin men. I like
But
dark
let a
skin."
man say I don't like dark skinned women. Women are so hypocritical,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, yeah, and
It's a
that's
preference,
crazy.
but that's the rude to say to somebody. I wouldn't tell
I'm
somebody
not.
that.
But you know, it's funny. I'm not hurt about it. It's just
Yeah.
funny to me how much I've been hearing it. Oh, look, one of your videos suggested to me. No, but it's funny. It's funny how I hear it. I don't really get offended. I used to, but I just learned to go where I'm celebrated. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. My preference usually are Hispanic women.
Hey.
They've been showing me love since I was a teenager. So you know, what I mean, I never really get mad. But you know what? I'm sorry. I left that part out. I meant to say it's more black women who say it.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
really hear Hispanic people saying it, white women. I don't see them saying that. It's just the black women.
They're
Like,
always
you know what
picking
I'm
at
saying?
everybody. Not all of them, but I've seen it a lot too. Yeah.
No offense to you black queens out there, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I mostly hear it in the black. I've been hearing that since I was a teenager. Oh, well, I don't like light skinned dudes. It's always this crazy stereotype about us. And it's just, yeah, I just been hearing that. But, you know, I just learned to go where I was celebrated. I had to ask you that because, you know, obviously I didn't know what your preference was. And
That's crazy.
I didn't know if you were part of that wave. Like, yeah, no light skins. Like, you know
I'm
what I'm
definitely
saying?
not a part of that wave. I love all ethnicities, man. I'm telling you, but that's number one for me. Ain't no way. I can't
Oh,
believe
wow.
that.
You know what? I I haven't ran into a woman like that in a long time where like she says directly light skins is her preference. I ain't heard that in a while. But
That's crazy.
yeah,
This is
that's
why I say we're from different worlds for sure. I love hearing
yeah,
these type of things.
it gotta be a different world from other than this.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on. All right.
Go
So
ahead.
do you believe feminism was designed to strip women of protection and covering the children?
To a certain
So
extent,
we gonna get a little conspiracy, you know, up in here. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like this whole, you know, social media included, I feel like that it was a conspiracy going on where it's like the music, social media, and these women, this feminism and all that stuff. I feel like it was designed to strip women of protection because what are all women saying today? What's the number one thing women like saying? I
I don't
don't
need a
need.
man.
There it is. So it's like you get rid of the man. If there's no man around, what real protection do y'all have? Now, I'm not saying that y'all can't take care of
Of
yourselves,
course.
but obviously men and women have a role. And obviously, for the most part, men are the protectors. We have to, it's, I was taught that we have to lay our life down if necessary.
Of course.
And you know what I'm saying? The women are made to, you know what I'm saying, shield the children and nurture. So if if all these women are saying, I don't need a man, I just think about this. What if we were to get invaded right now? If freaking like if America was to get like crazy invaded, what is that gonna look like? If there is no men around, y'all pushed us all away.
If
Y'all
zombies
say y'all
happen,
don't need it.
ladies, we're cooked. We're cooked.
Y'all don't need us, right? Y'all
Facts.
say y'all don't need it. I got this, I got that. I don't need y'all. But we get invaded right now, and there's a lot of single mothers out here with their children in the house. But y'all got rid of all the men. Y'all pushed us out, and y'all say y'all didn't need us. What?
Mm.
what does that look like if if all women don't need men right now? Just your perspective on it. I'm just trying to pick your brain on what that possibly might look like.
I think women say things. We always do this, and I could even include myself in this. Women will say things at the time because we're hurt and we're going through things, and we
Right.
like to dictate what a couple men in our life have done to us and do the whole generalizing thing for everybody. Just like when feminism first started, it was because women were getting raped, unalived, and all that stuff, and it's still at a very high rate. So it
Yeah.
gives women that scarcity mindset. Ladies, I'm not taking this away from you. There are men that are dangerous. There are men that are going to hurt you, but I really
Right.
do think you have to heal to a certain extent, because if you don't, you're going to end up saying you don't need men. And who the hell do you call, and who do you think comes when you're in danger and someone's shooting up your house? A police officer, who's 9 times out of 10 a freaking man. I've never called the cops and seen a woman. I don't really see women in, like, you probably do in certain areas, but out here I see more paramedics and stuff like that are men. So
Right.
again, women are never going to understand how detrimental those things are until their life is in danger and they need somebody to protect them. Because I wouldn't want some woman trying to come and beat up a man for me. I've just never seen that. I've never
That's so
seen a
true.
woman like Molly Wapa do. I've never seen that
And
ever.
this is the things that worries me because, like I said a few years ago, it was bad. I mean, I didn't make this like, vocal or whatever, but in my head I was actually battling with myself like, man, I can't stand women. Like, I'm done with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But then I had to come to my senses and be like, man, we need each other, man. Like we
We
do.
do.
Like
We do.
we need each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I had to like check myself and be like, okay, so women are going around saying F men. If we do the same thing as them, we're no better. So
Yes,
it's like,
agree.
we need each other. I know I don't want to live in a world with just all men. That's not a world I want to live in. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
all
So,
women. Hell no.
right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so many videos, thousands of videos of women. Oh, I would love for it to only be women in the world. We don't need men. I wish, you know what I'm saying? I wish no men existed and stuff like that. Men will never say anything like that. We love women. And it's just like I had to really check myself and be like, don't get to the whole I hate women, let's degrade women because they doing it to us. I
Yeah,
just be
that
trying to
that
pick people's brain and let them understand, listen, we need each other. Why don't y'all chill with this I'm hurt stuff and going at men, especially men that didn't do nothing to you.
Yep,
Like,
that's
let's
exactly
all
why
calm
I
that
don't
down.
like the feminine movement sometimes, because like I said, we've all been hurt by at least one or two guys in our life, and I don't make
Mhm.
my whole platform centered around, hey, fuck these dudes, fuck everybody, and generalize everybody. Like, you have a few bad apples and stuff, you should probably heal and just stay away from that stuff. I cannot understand how a woman could hate every single guy, because that makes me think you don't have no father, no brothers, no good men in your life, and I feel bad for women like that, because you're never going to know what it feels like to be covered by a good, strong man and stuff like that, whether it's your dad or a brother or anybody. And same thing for men. Do not have a skewed perception of the world. I'm telling you, it's going to be dangerous for you. And then you're going to hurt people who are trying to love you every single time, because you're not going to
Right.
recognize who's good and who's bad.
Right. It's a good point. It's a real good point. All right. So I got about maybe like three more questions left.
Go ahead.
All right. So let's go. Oh, okay. So statement. The best way to balance everything out and clean up the mess that we have today is starting with men controlling their sexual desire. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
That's
I'm
like
on that.
basically saying like the first thing to try to clean up all of this circus that we got is start with men controlling their sexual desire.
Yes, there's a lot of cheating. One of the main reasons why divorce is initiated by women, 75%, number one is cheating. Second is abuse. And third is because she makes more than the man in the household. And the fourth one is because he
Mhm.
plays too much video games. So number one is definitely cheating. That's why women are leaving men. I agree.
Right. Wow. Yeah. Most definitely. My take on it is I always picture I just said earlier, women are very powerful right now, like
Yes.
extremely powerful. Um, but I also think about what if all men controlled their sexual desire and didn't pay attention to all of the content that's being had on the internet, all the sexual content and everything. How much power would the women have if all of that was
None.
stripped away?
None. And I wish men would do that, because I really feel like those girls who are shaking their buns, if guys went right now, unfollowed Sophie Rain, the girl who's making 1 million, unfollowed all these OF girls,
Mm.
undid all that stuff, I guarantee you, why are they going to keep posting that? Look, if men redirected their stuff to the girls who cook, the girls who are on podcasts, the girls who actually meant something, other girls are going to want to follow that. Why? Competition. We know this, but
Right.
women are competing to do the OF and who's the hottest, who has the biggest boobs. It's going to keep going because they know attention is currency to men. That's great. I love that. That's a
Yeah.
really good question.
Absolutely.
Good.
It's just things that people don't think about. And I feel like, if all men would control their desires, or at least more men, I think it'd be game over for a lot of people.
It
So,
really would. Out of
yeah,
business.
that's just something I think about. All right. So So you ready for this one?
Yes.
Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
Yes, I do.
All right. How is that?
I was raised on God, going to the church. I know I have tattoos and stuff like that, but I was raised with a Christian household, even though I'm Catholic. My grandparents were very religious, going to church all the time, Bible
Gotcha.
study. Yes, I've talked about it every now and then, but it's just not something I preach all the time. Why? Because
Gotcha.
I cuss and stuff like that. And I feel like I'm not the best person for that. And I have a, people say tattoos are bad, even though I don't think they're bad.
I feel the exact same way. So you say you were raised Catholic, correct?
Christian, but I'm Catholic.
Oh, okay. So you can okay.
Yes.
So all right. So I always wanted to ask people this. I think I have asked people because my girlfriend, she's Catholic. Um, what's the difference?
Christians believe in God, and then Catholics believe in saints, and then Christians can't celebrate Halloween, and then
Mhm.
Catholics can as well too. Like I have Guadalupe all in my house, so when I would go to church, like with my mom, she's Catholic. They were just raised on saints and stuff like that. Their religion, I'm not going to say it's completely different, but I believe that people that are Christian, I feel like they have a lot more rules as well too. They're a lot more into Christianity and stuff like that, Bible thumping on people.
Right. And
I,
I don't want to be too long on this topic, but one last question I have to ask. Do you believe in the second coming of Christ? Do you believe in that?
yeah, I do. Do
Okay.
you?
Oh, absolutely. One
Are you
thousand
are you
percent.
religious?
I wouldn't say I'm religious because, like I said, you just heard me drop a few f bombs and
Yeah,
stuff
that's what
like
I'm
that.
saying.
So,
That's why I don't like saying I'm
um,
the super religious, but
yeah,
I believe in
yeah, yeah.
God and stuff.
I don't claim that either. But um, same thing. I was raised in it, purely Christianity, and I'm not a super religious person. I don't read my Bible like I should. I should get back into it.
Agreed.
Um, but I 100% believe in the Bible. I try my best to, saying stay on the right path and try to live as best I can because a lot of people got bad conceptions on the second coming of Christ. I do believe he's actually coming back, and what I read about him coming back, he's not going to be too happy when he come back, and you probably know why.
Yeah.
It is a mess right now, and I let's just put it like this: the best analogy I can give you for that is we're all a bunch of kids, right? We're all playing in the back room. We jumping, breaking stuff, making a whole bunch of noise. You hear your parents coming down the hallway, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be a part of those kids that's jumping and making noise and when that door opens, right? Because
Yes.
when that door opens, you know what's going to happen. Here comes the belt, right?
Yes.
You don't want to get hit. So the best analogy I can use for the day is everybody the world today is a big old room that everybody's playing in, making a whole bunch of noise, making a whole bunch of ruckus, not being good. And Jesus gonna come down with his belt and swing it. I don't want to be in the way.
Yeah, same.
You feel what I'm saying? That's
Yes.
stuff I think about all the time. That's why I try to get right. I try to I don't I Christianity is not about living perfect, but I try to be on the right path and at least acknowledge it and try to get other people to be aware, at least something to think about. Maybe that could probably change some lifestyles, some habits of yours. You always want to like at least let people be aware of that so they can have some type of conscience about it and be, hey, you know what, I am messing up. Maybe I should chill. Maybe I should change some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Things like that. Because you don't want Jesus coming down. He coming down with a belt, and his belt is big as hell. You know, when he spin
Yeah.
that mug, it's not gonna be pretty. I just wanted to ask you that. You just never
That's
know.
a really good question. I've been seeing a lot of people turning to Christianity and stuff like that, like a lot
Mhm.
of women and stuff, which again, I'm not opposed to it. I can't sit here and judge somebody for doing OF and selling their body and all that. And then when they want to turn to Christ, I'm still judging them. Like, let people change.
Mhm.
A lot of men do that. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves. They'll sit there and they'll, oh my gosh, why is she trying to revert? That's a woman's last resort. But it's like, bro, we're all supposed to change at one time. I don't
Mhm.
understand why somebody would want to stay that way forever. We live and we learn and we get bigger, like we have to learn.
Absolutely. Right. And yeah, damn, I'm so glad I got that out the way. I had to definitely ask you that. I've been wanting to ask you that since I was like a fan of you. I was just like, I wonder if she believed, that's just all I want
Yes,
to
of
know.
course.
All right. So last question. Uh Celebrity crushes. What do you think about those?
I don't see nothing wrong with having a celebrity crush as long as it's not to the point where you don't buy your man nothing for his birthday, but you're gonna go buy a picture with Chris Brown for 2,000, or you're gonna waste your whole check, or if you're gonna go doing those pictures where your legs are wrapped around a man and you're in a relationship, look,
Hmm.
do that shit when you're single. Because I love Chris Brown, but I'm not gonna go doing that while I got a man. I just feel like that's super inappropriate. Because if your man was having Meg Thee Stallion shake her booty cheeks in his face, I know damn well you would not like that. So
Yeah.
don't do things you don't want done to you, ladies. That shit's not cool. So don't be so obsessive. You're grown. Relax.
Absolutely. Right. And follow-up question. That's a good answer, by the way. Follow up. what made you wanted to start doing YouTube and specifically this type of content?
Honestly, my brothers, I'm super close to them. I lost one of my guy friends that was super cool and he passed away due to suicide. So
Yeah,
I've been very big into mental health, and I'm also a suicide survivor myself. And like
right,
I said, when I went to therapy, I started realizing that I had some toxic ways myself. And I was like, you know what? Let me talk about things that I've done myself, like being toxic, not letting a man speak, not letting a man feel like a man. We all have done certain things. We're not perfect human beings, but I
right,
wanted to, help women with those type of things. But instead they hate me instead of trying to help them. But
right.
yeah, I just see things from a different perspective because, like I said, I have 5 brothers and a dad. And when you're around men a lot, you see what they go through versus what women go through if you're around men all the time. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's a good answer. Yeah, I came across your video, and it was funny how I came across the first video I came across you. You looked kind of like you looked almost like upset, but it was
Uh,
like I was like, wow, like she's going off. I'm like, who's she going off on? And it was women, and I'm just like, wow, okay, well, I got a few minutes. Let me sit down and hear this. So I was just like, it was very weird. I was mostly just only seeing like red pill content and women bashing men, and it was no other side speaking for the other side. I didn't see none of that around that time. So when I came across your video, I just got hooked. I was just like, wow. So everything you dropped, I was like, let me see what she got to say. I just
no,
want to
thank
hear what
you.
you got to say. And I seen a video like earlier about you were talking about the kind of chubby girl. You were
Oh
kind of like,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. You were kind of just like, how you talking about you not cooking, but you look like you don't miss a meal. That was funny. I was like, that was fucking hilarious.
I'm dead.
So I was just like, oh yeah, I love her mindset, and I like how you know what I'm saying. And I was just like, yeah, like since 2021, I've been following you, and I always said to myself, I was like, man, I would love to talk to her one on one, man. Like, just letting you know that I'm a fan, man. I really
Thank you,
appreciate
man.
it.
It's nice working with you. These are some really great questions. If you ever want to collab again, let me know. I'm
Yeah,
definitely down.
definitely, definitely. And it okay. So is it possible for me to like, because I'm my YouTube is the too funny too serious. I don't know if you ever want to
Okay.
go check that out. And
Okay.
we basically do like similar content on there where we're talking about stuff like this, picking people's brain and stuff like that. And the guy that runs it, I was telling him about you, and he was, obviously it's a very small platform, and he was just like, oh yeah, that would be good if she talks about that stuff. That'd be perfect or whatever. So like in the future, if you wanted to collab with us, I definitely would like to reach out and try to make that
In
happen.
the future, would I? We are going to. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
down.
definitely. Yeah, and
Yeah.
like, yeah, we got a whole crew. It's just we got to we all got our personal lives and everything like that, and
Yeah, that's cool.
we really haven't like been really dedicated to commitment, but we are talking about growing the channel a little bit more, and having more discussions like this. I think these need to be had, and what better way to have you join? Like that'd be like freaking awesome. That'd be through the roof. I would love
Of
that.
course, I'm super down. And guys, in the description below, I made sure to put all his ats and stuff like that. Which again, before you get off, I would like you to tell them your ats as well too. And this live is going to stay up. I'm also going to clip it and put it on Instagram as well too, y'all, and my TikTok because I really like these questions. Here's some really good ones.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I got a lot more. You got to give me some time to draw them up. I
Oh, yeah,
got to
yeah, yeah. Take your time.
when they
Take your
come to you,
time.
I gotta make sure I come correct. I gotta come with the right material because I know you're gonna hit them out the park every time. So
Thank you. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah. I just want to say thank you again for giving me the time. I really appreciate that. We have to do this again. We can't stop here. Like,
Anytime, man. God bless you too. And before, if you are going to go or whatever, just go ahead and say your socials, your TikTok, your Instagram, and
all
any
right.
last message to the fans.
All right, y'all. So my name is Drew Story. I have a TikTok. It's at Drew Story 77. I have YouTube. It is at Drew Story 77. And I also have, I'm sorry, I believe a Facebook. I'm sorry, Drew Story 77. So you can guys go look up all that stuff on there and see all my content. If I have similar content where I'm doing things solo. I got a few funny videos. Just go check them out.
Hey, thank you so much, man. Do you have any last words for anybody? Any advice to all the men and women in the chat? They really liked you, man. I could see all the comments. I'm gonna read
Yeah.
all the comments right now, y'all. Just give me a second.
Yeah, no, everybody keep your head on a swivel. It's bad out here. That's all
Yeah,
I
for
gotta say.
real.
Pull up your bootstraps and keep it going, man. That's all I gotta
Literally.
say.
Thank you so much, man. God bless you. It was nice
Yeah,
working with you.
God
I'll
bless
see you
you. Thank
soon.
you. See ya.
You have a good one, man.
You too.
Wow, guys, I like him. I like him a lot. I'm gonna read the chats, y'all. Just give me a little second. I'm so sorry, guys. By the way, my hair, bro. I was gonna put it in a slick back bun, but I didn't. I'll show you before I just gotta like look at my hair. I'm probably gonna take this off though, because I don't want this. I want to do it in a slick back. I'm in the process of being more blonde. It's just when you got curly hair, y'all, you don't want to dye it too soon because you don't want to end up being bald. So I bleached it twice, and yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and read some of your comments and stuff like that. Okay, so horror fan said Tay and K and Drew in the same room would be dope. Yes, that's something I'm really trying to work on later, y'all. I want to be able to like get somebody to have us both in a video and stuff like that. But me and Kay are gonna be in a podcast episode the first week of September. Oh no, December. And we're gonna have some crazy topics. But again, also too, y'all, please follow TKO podcast underscore on Instagram. That's where our what do you call it is going to be, you guys, our podcast stuff. And if you go there, you could see the YouTube to that channel. So I'm going to go ahead and read some of these off because I know you guys did ask some questions. I don't want to leave these unread. Okay, somebody said, damn TayTay, babe, look, this new look working. I'm feeling some type of way. Okay, I see baby so fine. Okay, produce a child is crazy. Thank you, but I'll pass on the baby part. But thank you though. Someone said if I worked at FedEx, you'd surely be my work wife. All right, you guys. All right, let's see this. Men should be ugly. It's masculine. Why a man worried about his looks? There's nothing wrong with being a good-looking man. I don't think that that's masculine or feminine. And guys who take care of their hygiene, that's also not feminine. That is just it's called hygiene. So let's see. Take the makeup and weave away. You'd be hard pressed to find an attractive sister. Most sisters are obese or overweight. Fuck. Okay. No comment on that one. I'm not going to comment on black women. You guys know how they get. Okay, I personally believe there are as many ugly women as men. Women just have the power of makeup, and it also helps that men look at the body more than the face. Ooh, that is true. That is definitely true. You see a lot of I guess you could say prettier women with ugly men and vice versa. At least I do. All right, let's see what someone else said here. They said always been saying light skin, the baddie, and the light skin nigga been getting the girl. Say they like dark skin and light skin, that they like darker the berry. Can I be honest, y'all? It's your preference. If you want to date dark skin, go for it. If you want to date light skin, go for it. I just don't like the talking shit about people in the process. Like for me, I like light skin, I like dark skin, but like I said, we all have our preference. I like dark skin, I mean light skin, tatted, and colored eyes. So what? That's my type. But I'm not gonna go making fun of other races just to get my point across. That's where I'm like, come on now, dude, let's grow up. Question for Tay. Do you think if you were a stay-at-home mom, some of the household chores, not all very, should be shared or not? It depends on what's going on in the house. Is he paying all the bills and I'm staying home? Or are we going 50-50? But I feel like when you have kids with somebody, it's different because you guys have kids together. And look, when you just have a baby, is your man going to tell you, get up and wash dishes? That's kind of disrespectful. You just had a baby. So I really think it just depends on your guys' circumstances. Remember, not every partner can give 100, but I think that you should help your partner when they need something. Like if you see your wife, she's struggling with dishes and she told you she had a bad day, help her, man. Why are we going to, oh, that's your job? Nah, man. If you can't help your partner when they're going through things, I don't see the point at all of even being together. But again, that's not a gender thing. You both should just help each other. Someone said, just because you curse don't mean you're a good person. Some people in church every weekend doing bad stuff. Amen. We already know the church people sometimes. We be seeing what they be doing to them damn kids. Females raised by good fathers operate differently in most cases. I agree. I really agree. Because I think but she did say keyword. Look, keyword there, by good fathers. And when you have a good dad, I really do think it does something to your mindset, and it does make you look at men differently. Barbarian said, Tay, don't trip on your hair. It always looks golden. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Tay, do you think the elite are doing the battle between the sexes on purpose? Where do you see dating in 2030? Honestly, it's people. You can't say it's the elites because these people get on social media and run their fucking mouth about dumb shit all the time. Women have the ability to come on social media and talk about good things, and what they do is talk about men. Look, women will come on social media and talk about men when they hate them so much. Their whole content is centered around men, but don't you guys hate them? So just be quiet. Then you got men, no offense to Fresh and Fit, but they hate women, bad women, but look at the women they have on their podcast. It doesn't make any sense. So I think if people redirected their mindset, we wouldn't have so many fucked up things. Fresh and Fit, perfect example. They talk about OF, they talk about 304s. Look at the women on their podcast. How come they don't have a lineup of good women? How come they don't have a lineup of wives ever, or a lineup of women who want to be wives? They never will have that because they want to have OF women. So then when they go, oh, all women are the same. No shit, man. You're surrounded by retards all the damn time. Okay, social media is designed to psychologically manipulate you and have you remain hooked. That's why I deleted my Instagram. I agree. I do agree. Thank you for the super chat, babes. I receive head from men, but still think I'm straight. What are your thoughts? You are not straight if you're getting your pee pee sucked by men. Like I said before, if you're getting your buns pumped by guys, you're getting bended over by guys, and you're getting your pee pee sucked by guys, you are definitely into men. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not my business. If you're into the opposite or the same gender, that's not my business, but we're going to call it what it is. If I right now told you, hey, I just suck a girl's tits, but we're just cool, that my homie, what are you guys going to tell me right now? That I'm delusional, Tay, and I'm gay? You see what I'm saying? Let's not do that. I love your content. I love you. Thank you, Randall. Okay. Do you think Andrew Wilson now is a hypocrite because of his wife Rachel Wilson has 3 baby daddies? Dun dun dun. I think that he should stop giving advice. Really though, like there's certain things I won't talk about because I've done that before. Make sense? I'm not going to put my nose into things where I know people will dig things up about me and see what truly is happening. There's a lot of men's right advocates that talk about single mothers and they have multiple baby fathers. There's a lot of men right advocates who used to sell their body and they talk about don't show your body. You see what I'm saying? He's also one of those people who give advice and he probably shouldn't do that. His wife has had multiple kids. So when he makes fun of girls for doing the same thing, I mean, that's a topic you should not be leaning on. I'm not saying nobody should have an opinion. Y'all, it's freedom of speech. We should all have an opinion on things. But again, you should know when you're wrong about something. You should know when you shouldn't put your nose into stuff like that. Like I said, I would not be talking about certain things, y'all, if I knew I was out here getting banged out every weekend, talking about ladies, love yourself, but you're over here sleeping with all these people. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful with what you do sometimes, dude. That's all. Fresh and fit, invite all different types of women, but most of them are college gals who have ridiculous ideas pumped in their heads by college professors, slutty friends, social media, and more. I agree. Like I said, y'all, I have no hate for fresh and fit. They're doing what they're doing. They're flourishing. They got their platform. That's their opinion. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I do like Myron's the way that he says things. Is he harsh? Yes. Does he say crazy stuff? Yes. Would I go on Fresh and Fit podcast? Fuck no. But I'm not gonna sit here and take away what he's doing because at the end of the day he is helping other men, because there are men out here, y'all, that do need that. Sometimes some men will let women run all them down and do whatever to them. Maybe men need more structure like Myron because he's more, I think Myron's a good role model to a certain extent because of finances. He doesn't take no shit. I know damn well he's not going to let no woman run him. And some men need that more. A lot of you guys will help these women who wouldn't even help you if you were fucking at a bus stop. So to me, sometimes Myron, I do see why he talks the way that he does, because it's tiring giving advice to women who have such a big mouth about men, but they put themselves in those situations. And sometimes we need men like Myron because a lot of women are on that high horse. How many times do we see videos of women? I'm a 10. I'm the hottest thing on earth. No man could this and that. And we look at her and guys, she's none of that stuff. She's just saying that. So I think personally, sometimes we need a little bit stuff like that. Bring back shame. Okay, even though I see your videos, you have more tips for dealing with problematic child's mother. Honestly, when it comes to dealing with a mother who's problematic, if you can get somebody else involved, I would get somebody else involved. I would have somebody drop off the kid to her or meet up with me or always be recording. When you have a problematic mother, I would be documenting everything. I wouldn't invade her privacy. I wouldn't talk to her about serious things unless it was my child. I think a lot of the times you have to respect yourself a lot more. And if it gets out of hand, you cannot feed toxicity. When there's a problem and toxic women, they're going to keep feeding off of you, giving them too much. So if she's not calling you and talking to you about the kid, hey, you know what? If this is not about my son, I don't want to talk. Because a lot of those problematic women are going to ruin your relationships, ruin things you have going for yourself. And like I said, document everything because those women will ruin your life. And men, if you don't have kids with a woman, be careful who you sleep with because these women are going to ruin your lives. Not every woman, but a lot of them. Oh yeah, he said meet in public. I agree. Meet in public where people could see you. And like I said, if you have a homegirl or a homeboy, have them in the back of the car recording the entire time because now, and look, don't say nothing to her. Here's the kid. That's it. I don't know why we got to go back and forth. I seen a video of a guy, right, where he's bringing the baby to the mom. And she's like, oh no, I got to buckle him in. Girl, he's like, you're not going to buckle her in my car because the last time you destroyed my car. And I understand that that's valid. He had his homeboy recording. If he didn't have that, she could have easily lied on him. So like I said, men, be careful with who you lay down with. These women are not worth it, especially if they're going to do immature stuff like this. And I also think women too, I'm sorry, ladies. If he doesn't want to be with you, you have to bite that bullet, dude. There's nothing you can do. I would never want to press myself up against a guy who does not want me. Don't let a man tell you 20,000 times he don't want your ass. And if you know you're the problem, like a lot of the times they'll go, my baby daddy don't want me, but you're yelling, you're screaming, you're kicking him, you're doing all these things, you're taking away his kid. Well, you're not going to see his son. And then you wonder why he doesn't want to be with you and he's with Keisha, why he's with Keisha who's sweeter. Come on, man. Let's not do stuff like that. You got to know when you're wrong, bro. And these women, I'm telling you, they might not tell you, men, but they know when they're wrong. It eats them up alive. That's why they become more bitter and evil. And then, oh, I fucking hate men. No, you hate yourself because you allowed yourself to have a good man walk out that door and be with somebody better. And you should have appreciated him. You should appreciate him. Women try to act like they have amnesia and shit like that. You'll figure it out eventually. Okay, somebody said I could have sworn I just seen something really quick, but I don't find it. It went okay. Is your TKO podcast ever going to be live? Of course, mama. So like I said, I'm gonna make sure later. Just stay tuned. I'm gonna upload a video on this platform. It's gonna say, why are we single? Somebody asked a good question. Why are me and Kay single? Guys, we went deep into it. I almost cried a little bit because I'm a little scared. That's why I'm single too, y'all. Like, I don't want to, I'm so scared to date certain people. But we went into depth and we took accountability on why we're single. Be sure to look at the description, please, because in the description, I'm going to tag my other channel, which is the podcast channel. From here on out, all the videos that I'm uploading are going to be on the other channel. So we're going to try to monetize there by January. So help us get there, y'all. Even if you can, just fucking put little dots in the comment, like, please, and just comment anything. It doesn't have to be anything that you agree. Just get us monetized, y'all, so that way we can start going live and doing stuff. Because one of the things I want to do with Kay, I want to do giveaways for you guys. I want to like give back and stuff like that. But again, I want to be monetized on that channel so we can start getting some income from there. And then obviously like give back to you guys and good stuff like that. I'm not going to be on here too long, y'all, because this was supposed to be a collab. And after this, I have a lot of things to upload. Thoughts on soul ties. I think too many people downplay the facts about it. Carrying other people's struggles for one night stand. Lord help us. Girl, Des, you're beautiful, by the way, girl. Jesus Christ, stunning. Yes, I think soul ties are a thing. It's the same thing as drinking alcohol. Have you ever drank before and then afterwards you don't feel good, you're stressed out, you want to unalive yourself, you feel all depressed? You ever sleep with a girl and then the next day you feel depressed or you don't feel good, or vice versa with a guy? Yeah, soul ties. You could be sleeping with somebody who's evil. You could be sleeping with somebody who doesn't have good hygiene. You could be sleeping with somebody who doesn't take care of themselves. Yes, I personally think you got to be careful with the energy you lay with. You might think this girl has the biggest torpedo titties, the bombest pussy in the land. Oh, she's so wet, but she's miserable, bro. She got roaches in her house. She's not even happy with herself. She's not even good with God. She don't even love herself when you're sleeping with these women. Men will talk all the time about, oh, these women are nasty. They're 304s, this and that. But who are you getting slurped up by every single day? These women or these men, and then wonder why you feel the way that you do. And I'm sorry, as a woman, do whatever you want, but you should not want to be laid up on your back and just having these guys shoot loads inside of you. That feeling must feel awful. You think sleeping with somebody and then never getting a phone call back isn't going to redirect or mess up your brain chemistry? You don't think subconsciously that's going to make you feel disgusting as a woman? I would hate for a man to sleep with me and then he's putting his clothes on and then he bounces and never talks to me again. You mean to tell me I wasn't good enough to stick around with? Oh my God, that would hit my ego. So yeah, I think that goes hand in hand. I'm not for it, y'all. You guys already know this. I cannot stand lustful people in general, and I can't stand people who don't do things with good intentions, you know? And I also think you will sleep with somebody sometimes and be hurting somebody who probably loves the fuck out of you, but you just want to sleep with them. That's like, I don't know. You don't want to experience the good parts of them. You're just experiencing what God gave them. And I'm sorry. I think that that's something that should be sacred to you and your partner. But again, that's not my business. If you guys want to sleep with each other, you'll learn eventually. Thank you, Tay. Facts. I've witnessed some crazy shit. I've always come back to soul ties. Des, let me tell you something before I go. There was a man that was on TikTok, and I'm going to hopefully find the video. He was crying on TikTok, and he was 56 years old, and he literally said, you never see this, but he's like, I'm going to tell you. He said, I cheated on every girl I got with. I abused most of the girls I got with. And he said, my daughters hate me. My kids hate me. He's like, I have nobody in my corner besides I think he said his father, who was like passing away and all that, because again he's like 50, his dad's like super old, and he said, if I can give you a word of advice to all the young men, if you get a good girl in your life, hold on to her. And I wholeheartedly agree. It might be fun playing with that pee-pee and doing whatever you want, but I'm telling you, there's gonna come a time where shit hits the fan, man, and you're not gonna have nobody in your corner. Really think about this. If you're a guy, right, and you're a big hot shot, all this stuff, if you were to go paralyzed right now, do you think the women you're sleeping with would help you? If you were to lose your job, would those women help you? For reals. All those girls that you're treating and you're loving and you're giving your time to, would those women help you in any situation? And vice versa with women. Would any of those men be there for you if shit hit the fan? If that's a no, be careful and cautious with who you bring around you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm very big on quality more than quantity. I'm sorry. I'd rather have one good guy in my life than 10 guys who just want to sleep with me. I don't even sound good having a roster. How do you guys even juggle and manage that many people? I'm already overwhelmed with working a regular job, doing social media, doing my own life, having a little cat because I'm a cat mom. I'm so dramatic. But no, seriously, I could not have 6 guys in my life. It's just too much. I got too many things going for myself and wanting to go to the gym and all that. I don't know how y'all do it. But guys, that concludes the video. I want to do more of these live streams, but I want to have you guys on there. Please follow me on Instagram. It's TayTay Baby. Link in the bio to everything, because I'm going to post on my story when I'm going to do this and what dates I'm going to do it. And I would love to have people on one by one. And if you guys want to ask me questions, or if you guys want to get advice, it's free, y'all. I don't need your money. I want to start doing segments where I start helping you guys. And yeah, if you guys have any videos that you guys want to see next, put them in the comments down below. But I'm about to get off right now, y'all, because like I said, stay tuned. I'm posting podcast videos today, and I'm going to upload the video right now, and you guys will see everything soon. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and always supporting me. God bless you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. I will be back because like I said, I'm going to start doing lives on here all over again. God bless you guys. Have a good day, and thank you for all the beautiful questions, you guys. Please stay safe, y'all, because just like he said, it's crazy out here. Hold on to your good friends. Hold on to the good men and women in your life. Please cherish people more, you guys. Really do. Thank the people around you. Love the people around you. Don't waste no time, man. Don't waste time on bad men and bad women, and get right with God. I might not say it enough, y'all. I'm going to church this Sunday. Get right with God. I'm on the same boat. I'm not preaching things I'm not doing myself. I already went to the gym, and I'm going again later. I'm doing upper body, even though I did legs. I know. Love you. Bye. Adios. Have a good